So what actually happens if you just never pay? Not the thing your uncle told you, the real sequence. For a credit card, the first real event comes somewhere between 120 and 180 days after you stop paying. That's the charge-off. And almost everyone misreads what it means. A charge-off is an accounting move. The creditor gives up expecting payment on the original terms and writes the balance off as a loss on their own books. It is not forgiveness. You still owe every dollar. All that changed is whose problem it is, because now they'll usually sell it, often for pennies, to a collection agency that bought it specifically to chase you. Then you enter the part almost nobody understands, which is that there isn't one clock running. There are three, and they end at different times. The first clock is credit reporting. Under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, most negative information can stay on your report for up to 7 years, counted from your first missed payment, not from the charge-off, not from when the collector bought it. After that, it should stop appearing. The second clock is the statute of limitations, and this is the one that actually matters. It's the window a creditor has to sue you, and it's set by your state, typically somewhere between 3 and 6 years. It usually runs from your last payment. Once it expires, the debt is called time-barred, and a collector can no longer win a lawsuit over it. The third clock is the debt itself, and that one doesn't run out at all. Those three are constantly mistaken for each other, which is where people get hurt. A debt can vanish from your credit report while still being fully suable. A debt can be legally unsuable while still being owed, and while collectors are still allowed to call you and ask for it. And there is a trap sitting inside the second clock. In many states, making a payment, even a small good faith one, or acknowledging the debt in writing, restarts the statute of limitations from zero, which means a debt that was months from becoming permanently unsuable becomes fully collectible again, because you sent someone $20 to make the calls stop. Collectors know this. It's why the offer often arrives right around the deadline. Now the other branch. If a collector does sue you inside the window and you don't show up, they win by default. That default becomes a judgment, and a judgment is a different animal entirely. Depending on your state, it can mean wage garnishment, a frozen bank account, or a lien attached to your property. Judgments accrue interest. In many states, they can be renewed, and a lien doesn't necessarily show up anywhere you'd think to look. There are documented cases of people watching an old debt drop off their credit report, assuming it was finished, and then discovering years later that a judgment lien had been sitting on their house the whole time, quietly blocking a refinance. So, never paying isn't a strategy, and it isn't nothing either. It's a set of 3 timers running at different speeds, with a trapdoor in the middle of the one that protects you. The people who get destroyed by debt usually aren't the ones who couldn't pay. They're the ones who didn't know which clock they were looking at.